What's up, guys? James the Wolf back here, and today we are playing. We're doing a commentary video while playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. And this
Wait,
guy's at the
how
time
did you
here.
do that?
Okay, let's do this.
Yep, and
Hang on.
and by the way, guys, he's that low. You got three guest commentators here. You got me, you got Darky, and you got Grim.
Yep.
Hold on, I was gonna
Hello.
read that. I was gonna read that,
No, no,
James.
no, no, no. I got it. I already saw this part. I want to get to the
Yeah.
game.
And yes, guys, I said three guest commentators. So
I win.
I've never heard of this game, so I'm sure James is gonna
You are
teach me
playing
about
the
this
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Let's do the end. This never the end. This never
game.
the
No,
end.
don't spoil
There
it.
it is.
Why is the volume so low?
Heck,
50%?
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
It was probably Rafiki with the squash banana.
set
Probably.
the main volume to full.
So yeah,
All
guys,
his
I'm actually.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed a memo. Well, that's good. If
Wait,
you miss
James,
a memo,
James,
that's
James,
one thing
James.
you should never
What?
do.
We'll need to restart the game because Jakari did not hear the prologue.
No, 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 it's okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Before we do the other endings, we need to
Yes,
show
truly a
Jakari
room
the
worth
actual
admiring.
ending.
It had really been
Like
worth,
the-
but eager to get back
what
to
do you-
business,
okay.
Stanley took the first.
I just like doing. You mean like the original
Door on
endings
his
that can
left.
happen?
Yeah, the real ending.
What do you mean by the real ending? Like the freaking.
Where when
And so he
you go
detours
to your
through the
boss's
maintenance
office
section,
to
walked
shut
straight
off
ahead
the
to the
mind
opposite
control
door,
machine and
got
then
back on track.
Spoilers.
Yeah, Darky. For people who haven't watched
Yet
this
there was
thing
not a
yet
single
or played
person
it,
here
you know,
either.
spoilers.
Feeling a wave of
but
disbelief,
James wanted me to
Stanley
explain what I
decided to
was
go
saying.
up to his
Not
boss's
really.
office,
okay.
hoping he
I mean,
might
ladies
find an
and
answer
gentlemen.
there.
Wait, before we do that.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on
Yeah, before we
track.
go to the office, let's listen to this real quick.
But when you not listen to the narrator.
There was nothing here.
Yeah.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Teabagging the freaking closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
What?
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA? For
Yep.
affinity?
No. Hell no.
I'm joking.
Are you
I don't
really
think that's
still
what
in the
they're-
broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I'm doing what most people do, where they like shake their mouse yes or no to the
You do
narrator.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
You're still seeing this, Jakari?
Maybe to
Yeah,
you
I
this
am.
is somehow its own
Okay.
branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Those spelling errors in the subtitle were
Last
probably
thing, the last title, I think.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wait.
Oh,
That
Rick,
wasn't the last thing.
No, I want to move on though. It was funny. That was the favorite part.
Coming to a staircase,
God,
Stanley
good
walked
God
upstairs
almighty.
to his boss's office.
Idiot.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
Also, I doubt we're gonna get every ending in this video. Okay? I just want to make that clear, viewers.
To question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. I'll turn this up a
I
little
can tell
more.
this is something open.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What do you?
You know you could fall off this part right there.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility,
Buttons.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
You said we should at least get the real ending first and then branch
decided
off.
that this machinery would never
Yeah.
again.
Man, that was loud.
Good God
He said to
almighty.
turn it up to full, Darky, and they did.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been
Clicking
freed from the
noises.
machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
I
strange
think you've
building
already earned
hold?
that achievement.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
All that light.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
This be one of many endings, though.
You
This
got the true
is-
ending.
Darky, I still have my achievements, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta go get my wife, and then we're going to Walmart for groceries. I'll be back.
Alright.
All
Right.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to veer off to now. I want to veer off to a silly path.
When
Like the
Stanley came
escape
to a set
route?
of two open doors,
No.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Wait,
it
wait. How do you get to
perfectly
the new
well.
content part,
Perhaps he
though?
wanted to
That's what's
stop by the
funny.
employee lounge first, just
I
to
think you have to
admire it.
unlock a couple. I think you have to complete a couple more endings
Wow.
before you start on
Yes,
room
this
416.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
Hey,
gotten
I'm
off on the
looking for
wrong
this
foot
one.
here.
No,
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I'm not going
I
to stand
realize that
alone for this
investing
one.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right,
Oh, is this
fine,
one
go
of
ahead,
those other
Stanley.
ones?
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
Yeah.
find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed
the fourth
developer
wall
textures.
breaking is
Is
real
this
in
what
this
you had
game.
wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
Specifically
Because
for
I did.
you.
And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The leaderboard.
Stanley Parable worldwide leader. Like, choose the last place.
Stay.
Oh man, Stanley is online.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation
So
and tedium of
basically,
endlessly
Daddy.
confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Like, press the button one more time. Aw.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of
What?
twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Minecraft door doors. Listen to the noises.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
And Jakari, you're gonna love this next game. What he picks.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
And Jakari, when that next game boots up, guess what this map is?
Wonderful. See,
It's
this
Rocket
is exactly
League.
what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to
Frickin'
move
Rocket
around in.
League.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Wait, what happens if you fall into the goal?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Let's make a goal. Wow, you can move fast here.
Hold on.
What?
What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there.
Oh,
So this was when the game was in beta.
Gary's mod. Listen to the footsteps, Shirley.
Just a single light on. Maybe this is what the Half-Life 2 mod version was like.
Yeah.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh, new content.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Let's find out. Let's all find out together.
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's a two-sided elevator.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the...
All it is just an elevator, right?
Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, look, the jump circle.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Press space bar to jump.
What the heck am I hearing?
Jump circle.
Is that
All
it?
the jumps are...
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
So he's gonna find the game developers on the Dead Bird site.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Coffee nut.
Ugh. This never the stopped.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
The
Well, it got me
Stanley
thinking
Parable
about the
Darky
past
Deluxe.
and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special
Oh,
and
I
tucked
know
it
what
away
this
here where the
is.
game's developers won't find
Right.
it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
It's the
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've
The
been storing
Memory
all my
Zone.
favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley
James.
Parable was before
What?
it was sullied with a cheap... And over here is where I keep reviews of the
The
Stanley
music in
Parable.
that area
Like
that we
this
just
stunning
had.
triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
elevator content. Elevator content.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Here.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this?
Steam.
What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online
Darky,
video
look.
game distributor.
Steam.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even
That's
imagine
weird.
what's been
On the
collecting
Xbox
down
version,
here.
it's called
Surely these
pressurized
reviews
gas.
were glowing as well, weren't they?
Steam reviews. Oh, look.
Pressurized
Honestly,
gas
I could not be
reviews.
bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to
The
stick.
Steam reviews.
Okay, let's
Pressurized
see
Game
what
gas.
reviews.
says.
What is that?
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachy
Then the storm gets louder.
Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
That weird music.
like a failure.
Gas.
Like
Those
I let these
Steam
people down.
reviews.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I... What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I
Oh
wish there was a
no.
skip button.
Oh, Darky.
A skip
Oh
button.
no.
Well,
Wait,
yes.
let's not
Yes,
spoil
I think
it.
we can do that. If I'm truly
No, all
too
I said is
preachy,
oh
then,
no.
then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely. it
Jakari,
could be.
I went through the watch. This
Not if
part
it
is
means we can
hilarious.
strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
Besides
I
this
do
cool part.
anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
How long have I been recording? 31 minutes. We got a half hour to go.
And here it is.
Skip.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes,
You
but
see
it
that,
was plenty
Jakari?
of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of
Yep.
unnecessary...
Oh, wow.
Skip button.
Sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
Keep
that's
watching.
the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's...
The skip
Okay,
button, does
welcome
that
back,
mean?
Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not... Stanley! Stanley!
Come on.
Stanley, please don't push the button
Oh, the
again.
door
It's
has
been 12
disappeared.
hours.
been
You've just
12
been
hours.
frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're...
That boy disappeared.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Uh,
You're back.
Look at
Oh, my
that.
goodness, I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
The lights
I
are
thought it'd
going
been a
out.
week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time.
And all the lights are out.
Hello, it's you. You're
And the
here
fan
again.
it
Welcome.
is starting to
I
die.
have had time to think about you and about us and about everything.
Oh no.
The air vent is about to die.
Smoke detector battery low.
And the smoke detector has a low battery.
Look at this. You see that, Jakari?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
Oh god, the roof's starting to leak.
The roof is starting to leak.
See this, Jakari?
Yep.
Wait for it.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
The
the
roof
end,
is
is
leaking
never
more.
the end, is never 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 the end.
I probably have to hit the button again at some point.
The end is never the end.
Yes,
is never
go
the
ahead and
end,
do
But
it.
is
it's
never the
funny,
end.
oh well. The end. There's never the end. Oh my
Oh, the leaf is
god.
really leaking.
Turkey. The end. There's never the end. There's never the fucking hell. Fucking hell, that's funny.
The roof
Oh.
is collapsed.
Oh no. Wait, spooky noises.
Yeah, let's listen to them.
Oh no.
Boing, matter.
Huh? Look at the mold.
The skies have cleared.
Skip button.
Oh, look
Ooh.
at that. There's plants growing.
Darky, this reminds me of Portal 2 when you first start the game. Gone.
Now the plants are gone. And there's some wind. And another noise. Some spooky noises. Wait, the next one. Nothing outside except for those noises.
What the heck?
Hmm.
And Jakari, look at this. Look at how much time has passed.
Building has sank.
God almighty, that's another thing in the sky.
Yeah,
What the
it's all
hell is that?
desert. It's all desert now. There's nothing
Building
left.
sank. There's a hole in the wall, and the skip button is broken.
It's been so long that there's like nothing left.
outside.
That music is interesting though.
Yeah.
I kind of like that
Or
music.
narrator.
Yeah, the narrator died probably before this point. Skip button. Oh my god.
So much time has passed, there's nothing left.
Good God, is this the skip ending?
Yeah, it's a skip
The
button.
skip button ending.
All of his co-workers were
Are
gone.
we back?
What
We're
could it
back.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Ah, yes, new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
The new content. Huh.
What did it do?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was
It's
a
a lie.
landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The convention center.
Oh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new
We'll be able to
experience
do
built
probably
from the
quite a bit
ground
of
up.
these for the rest
Why
of the
there's so many
video.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what
This is a
exactly
cool
the
place.
Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but
Yeah.
let's take a look at some of the features I've been
Gives me like a
developing
furry
for it.
convention vibe.
I figure
Except for
that
that
if I
bus.
can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
Why would
Well,
there
it
even
is
be a
an
game
bus?
will
interesting
sort of
vibe and not a
naturally
long- it
spring
is
up
an interesting
around
vibe and
them.
not a long
It'll
minute.
all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical,
Wow.
really. Here we
Yeah.
are. Go on, try out some of the new
The
features.
reassurance bucket. Oh wait, yeah, bucket.
Yeah.
Oh
A common
no.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Darky,
that it
look.
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Guess what that is,
It's the
Darky?
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel
You sure it's not an
perfectly normal
SCP?
and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be
Bucket.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for
The
me
bucket.
than actually
The
redesigning the
bucket.
game to be less uncomfortable. Can you
Darky's a
imagine what a pain
bucket.
in the ass that would be? Yes,
Nah.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
What?
That type of
Can
laugh,
you feel
though.
it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just
Bucket?
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Ooh.
The benefits of the bucket
like
seem
being
to go on
attractive,
and on, don't
thanks.
they? All this and
Me
more
too.
await you in the
Well,
Stanley Parable.
well,
2.
Darky, you have to get a bucket to be very, very attractive.
I already have a
Does anyone give out awards for most
bucket that
enjoyable
says the name of
bucket in
the
a
player
video
that is
game?
playing the game.
That really should be an
Jim.
award if
Oh,
it
no,
isn't
look.
already.
Wait.
What? This?
Yeah. Your name in the game.
Yeah.
For
There's
the
also
Stanley Parable
different sized
2,
buttons.
I asked myself,
Wait,
what
look.
do
Wait,
players
small
really
button.
want? And of course, the first and most
Stupid.
obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and
Shit.
validated as people. So with that in mind, sorry, I should have
Shit.
clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate
Jim.
the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Jim.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to
You gotta
become
push it down
Jim.
again, aren't you?
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever.
Jim.
It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along,
Jim.
that would have been your name, the button says. But no.
Jim.
Instead,
Jim. Jim.
I can't
Jim.
even think
Jim.
about it. I'm
Jim.
taking the Jim
Jim.
button away.
Jim. 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 Jim.
What the heck?
Jim. What the f... Jim.
You rudely interrupted the narrator.
Jim. What the... God. That's funny.
What's in that area that
Maybe
says no
I'll
secret
only let
spot?
people named Jim play the Stanley
What?
Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
What in here?
I'm not right there.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Wait, infinite hole. Oh.
It's a free and easy achievement. Settings world champion.
Jim. Wait, oh no. The figure.
Stab.
Oh no. Not these things.
Go on ahead and go in.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your
The figurines. I already played the full game in single player before I factory reset my computer, but I'm not spoiling anything.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
The jump circle to the right.
But there's no more jumps, I remember.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Guess where I'm going there?
Really?
Nothing.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video game. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions.
Sounds
if
like
I
a
do
tornado
say so.
siren.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now,
press the
I'm
button.
very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
This time, don't press the button.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really
That
are
more,
so
yes.
many other fascinating exhibits that I've
Jim.
prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this
It's
is
not
rather
infinite.
embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest
It's not
with you, I
infinite.
truly did not believe
Nope.
that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport
Fine.
button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
It's not infinite, but
Well,
it's
talk about
mostly
this-
infinite.
Well, talk about misleading, because that was kind of misleading thing right there.
Mostly infinite.
Well, when you step out, you'll see that the banner has changed.
What do you mean? What banner?
That's saying that the hole is infinite.
The mostly.
Infinite.
Oh.
Find it. The test achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still
Like I said, I played the game before in like a different save. I'm not spoiling it though.
fully broken.
Even though I
I'm
know
not
what
a wizard,
happens.
Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of
And like I said, I doubt we're gonna get through everything in this video, but we're gonna try to get through as much as possible.
ravenous fans all over the world. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Jim.
Go that way.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much
On the right,
catchier than
right there.
Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe?
Is
What does it
this?
even
It's right there.
mean? But the
Look,
Stanley
look at the
Parable
text on
2,
it.
now that's an artistic statement right there. It's
at the
future-oriented. It
baby
screams
is all grown
progress
up.
and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
That
The
noise.
baby is all. The baby is all grown up. Get him. Press the button to get him away from bankruptcy.
Now what?
You can also see that the button that says the player's name banner got changed to the button that says Jim.
Jim. God, what the fuck? Wait, where do I go next?
Did you? No, wait. We go into that open door right there, next to the stairs.
Oh, this place. The balloon.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the
Use the
new
get well
version,
figure.
the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th
That
Birthday.
rhymes.
Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
What? What are
And
we
if
even
you
talking
choose-
about here, people?
And if you choose Happy
No
12th
idea.
birthday,
Or actually,
then the narrator
maybe
will
I should have
choose
gone with...
Get Well
No.
Someday.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Ghostly Infinite. I'm glad it sticks to that. So, exit?
That's it. Go on ahead and climb up the stairs to the exit.
I'm kind of happy we did pretty much this whole thing. I was especially eager to, do the skip button in this
All
part
right.
of the
Have you
game.
seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, this
So,
area.
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together,
Let's look
and
down
we'll
into
see
that
whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Bucket.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
A Stanley Parable 2.
Alright. Oh, look, it's a
Well,
figurine.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
It's falling apart already.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2.
And now we basically get some extra features. Don't we? There's
All
the
of his
balloons.
coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Bucket.
room. Perhaps he had sent... Stanley picked up the bucket.
Bucket time.
Wait, let's see
Bucket.
what happens when we go to the broom closet with it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Wait.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Wait, no, said the bucket.
No,
Confusion.
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because... But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
No.
He was firmly convinced that the
Yeah.
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
Wait for
did
it.
whatever the bucket asked.
Let's see here.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets
No
past this
buckets.
point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and
no.
what isn't a bucket?
Here we go.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Oh no. I know where this is going, but I'm not spoiling it.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Should I also
Okay, let's
guess
begin.
it you?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you can help me along.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Is it?
That is not a bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an
What the
actual
fuck?
bucket.
I don't get it.
What do you think, Jakar?
Bucket.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
That is also not a bucket.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay. Oh wait, this next one. Ready? Ready, Jakari? Look, this next. Wait, there's
Item
or
3.
it's after this one.
Is this a bucket?
Is this
That is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Wait, the next one. Wait for
Jakari, are
it.
you still there?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Is this a
That
bucket?
is not a bucket.
Nope.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Oh, wait
To
for
be
it.
honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Jakari, guess what this is?
Is this a bucket?
That is a bucket.
You won't believe it.
Correct. This is a bucket.
That's a
What
bucket.
the heck?
It's a bucket. Oh wait, this.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Is it a bucket? Wait, both.
No, it is not.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Alright.
Oh no, the next one. Oh wait, should I say the lack of the next one?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
That is not a bucket.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't
Oh,
a bucket,
no.
that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true.
He's getting
Unless,
confused
is that what you
now.
think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
This one is on you.
I think it's a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
And then wait for it.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait,
Wait
was
a minute.
everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a
I
bucket.
guess all the game
Oh my
files
God,
were
I had no
bucket,
idea.
not
How
something.
could,
I'm getting so confused.
except me. I'm not a
Oh, wait,
bucket after
bucket,
all.
not
And you,
BUK.
Stanley, You're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful, girls. We're not buckets.
Buckets.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
So everything's a bucket.
James, before you continue on, I have a question.
What?
Am I a bucket?
No, but Darky, do you think we're buckets?
Is
Come on.
Discord a bucket? Is your Xbox a bucket? Is this PC a bucket?
Is Roblox a bucket? Wait a
Is
minute.
the entire Earth a bucket?
Are you a bucket?
Is all of existence a bucket?
Darky, answer. Who do you think in here is a bucket?
All of us, including you.
What the hell, Darky? We're not buckets. Shut up.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
Buckets? Oh
What did
my
it look
god.
like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Buckets? Why?
Oh, come on.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
What?
to his chest. This was not the correct way
I'll
to
have
the
to
meeting
tell
room.
you later. I
But
don't want to
Stanley
ruin the mood.
had felt the bucket calling to him.
Well, we have 10
telling
minutes
him
of
that the
recording
air
left.
employee
What is it? Are you okay?
lounge was simply the place to be.
Everything's fine.
You're gonna tell me after the video, right?
Yeah, I will.
Is it bad?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind.
Darky, to make it easier, why don't you text me on
The
Discord?
bucket was wrong.
I'll
Stanley
wait
took the
until
door on his
after
left
you're
to
done,
go
so
back
that way
to
I
the
don't
meeting room.
accidentally ruin the mood.
You said, oh, come on.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Jump off of the platform onto the ground down below.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
The end is
we've
never
been-
the end. God damn it.
Oh, that's stuck in your head now, isn't it? Oh, wait, we've been recording for an hour, so... Yeah, like I said, viewers, there was no way we were getting through every single thing in this game. There's so much
Wait,
possibilities.
Before
What?
we stop, let's do one more ending.
Fine.
And I know which one we should show Jakari.
All of his co-workers
What
were...
one?
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
The fact I really just said at the end is that. Fuck!
The end is never the end. God, though.
When Stanley came to a set of two
How do we get to the confusion ending?
open
Do
doors,
I go on the right?
he
Oh,
entered
yeah.
the door on his left.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
I
on
know.
the
This
right.
was not the correct way to the meeting
Oh, wait,
room,
I
and
remember.
Stanley
I
knew
remember how to
perfectly
do
well.
it, I think.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This way.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his
Then to the
stomach,
left.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I hope everything's
But
gonna
Stanley
be okay,
didn't want to go
Darky.
back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
Fucking hell.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Fucking hell, what the hell?
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Uh-oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Employee
my
pirate.
It's all rubbish now.
What?
The whole story completely
Oh.
unusable.
Employee
How about,
pirate.
rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ready?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Shikari, guess what's gonna happen?
What?
When Stanley... Wait.
There's more
Wait,
doors.
what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
more
fresh.
doors.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
All right, let's find the story together.
Oh boy.
Where is the story?
Let's see. Not here. Not here. Not here. Oh goodness.
Oh.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
All right, here we go.
All of his co-workers
this
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh no.
All right, here we go.
Okay,
Huh?
yep,
The
it's
doors.
worse.
No
I might
doors.
be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ugh.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Whoa.
Now this... Well, I'll be
Oh, man,
honest, I
it's
don't
an old
recognize this
shack.
place at all.
You see
Is
that,
this the
Shikari?
story? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
What
can't
the
quite
fuck
recall, but I
happened?
believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right,
Oh.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the
Wait.
line. How simple is that?
All right.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no
The wall.
destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh yeah.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Wait.
I did.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
Oh dear.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Let's continue following the line.
This looks familiar.
Oh, no,
Uh-oh.
no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
All right.
Now,
go.
yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
All right.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be
Hey,
fine.
Dorian.
Ah, welcome to the video. We're kind of near the end of our video, but welcome.
Ah, a
We're recording
choice.
the Stanley
We get
Parable.
to make a decision.
Yeah, remember?
From here, the story is in our control.
forgot about that.
How
Sorry.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so
Right,
I
let's
know
walk
that
in the
each
circles.
door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the
how you
right,
have to
let us
walk
ask,
around
will
circles.
taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh.
Hold up, what's this?
Wait, what?
The confusion
is
ending.
this?
I'm playing
You're
it.
Sorry,
telling me
look.
That's what this is.
What the heck?
It's all one giant ending,
Confusion ending.
and we're supposed to
Oh,
restart the
dear
game
Lord.
eight
I love
times? That's really how all this goes?
Oh
all
boy.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
Oh,
Did we break
no.
the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always
Goodness.
saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What?
What the heck was that?
I don't know. But there's that ending we wanted to show you, and that's gonna do it, folks.
And
Hey.
my God, I know I've been quiet through most of the video, but man, I know
What the hell?
I'm working on commentary skills, people. I am. But
And
man, I gotta say,
yeah, and they got something stuck in
Stanley
your
Parable.
head.
Yeah, Stanley Parable is something I may have to try this out for myself, but I don't know where to try it out at.
The end. There's never the end. There's never the end.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I hope you all enjoy then. Yeah. Hope you all enjoy the video. James the Dragon Wolf here. Yup. And all my friends here. Peace out.
Bye.
Hello.